What is up, guys? My name is Alex Sparrow, and today we're going to be taking a closer look on all the seniors of On the Radar.
I think my favorite cup of joe is going to have to be the first cup of joe I threw an Eminem quote in. I can't be specific on which one it was, but I just remember putting the quote, the whole quote about if you had one shot, one opportunity, and I remember getting some good reactions out of that. And ever since then, I've been finding little ways to sneak the stupidest quotes into every cup of joe I can.
I think my favorite segment to film was probably, don't tell Grant and Mason this, but the one with Grayson for the April Fool's Day one, where they kind of just swapped it. Because I just watched Grayson make a fool of himself, so that was pretty funny.
So my favorite closer look episode was probably this past one that we just did, because our amazing producer got us into the Toyota field, home to the Trash Pandas, and we were able to get some super cool B-roll of the stadium for the spring formal that we just have, and that was a really cool experience to share with her.
My favorite episode of Grayson in the Halls is Frozen 2 in the Halls, which is the one where Ben and I went out and saw Frozen 2 and we reviewed it. And it's not like, I don't think it's the best episode, but I'm pretty sure it was the first episode that was recorded outside of school entirely, except for maybe the New York one. But still, it was just really special to me because it was just such a weird and completely removed from the halls kind of episode, which ended up being what the show became in this entire fourth season. And I think if I didn't have it, I wouldn't have as much to base this entire COVID season off of. But it inspired me to try new things.
Sometimes it's hard having that transition from being friends to people on the radar to directing them and telling them what to do. It's hard to find that happy medium and not be too bossy, but also not make too many jokes.
My favorite On the Radar memory has probably been when me and Grant went to go do the girls' soccer game. It was very cold out and Grant was not prepared, so he was miserable and freezing the whole time. It was pretty hilarious.
That's not my favorite. My favorite memory was probably when we went to Canebrake to cover the golf team and they decided to give us a golf cart. That was very fun.
The thing I'm gonna miss the most about On the Radar is definitely the people, because I was new this year and I had like no idea what I was jumping into, but all the people that were in there were like really nice to me about what to do and how the process was played out. And that was really nice to have, and it was a really great connection to have this year.
Probably getting the opportunity to try out filming for sports and stuff like that, because that's something that I might want to do as I get older. And so trying it out and having the opportunity to with good teams and good equipment was actually a really good insight into what I might want to do.
What I'm going to miss most about On the Radar is just being able to have a platform to talk to other people. You know, if I can entertain people, or if I can, you know, just in some way conversate with people who maybe don't have that sort of ability or something like that, just for 30 seconds out of my day, it brings more joy to me than they would ever know.
One thing that I'm definitely going to miss about On the Radar is getting to use our media passes to get into sporting events for free. That was very clutch because we could just walk in and say that we were filming and it would work.
The thing I'm going to miss the most from On the Radar is probably hanging out with all the crew when we were deciding what to do for that week. Those meetings were very entertaining.
What I'm going to miss the most is having such an instant response from a community of people that I know are watching my episodes. Because after this, let's say I can still upload videos to YouTube, you know, I can still make short films or any of those kinds of things. But when you go to school with the people and you release a weekly show, you know going into second block that they just saw your episode. Some people will see it and they'll give you that instant feedback and they'll tell you, oh, that was a great episode, or that was terrible, Grayson, you shouldn't do an episode on Frozen 2 again. And I take those suggestions and it's great to get that just kind of instant reaction.
I'm really gonna miss the connections that I have with everyone in here. I have made so many new friends, and I wouldn't have met Grayson, Alex, Joe, Grant, Mason, all of them without being in this class.
These seniors have put in so much hard work and dedication to give you weekly episodes on the Radar, and we cannot thank them enough. It's been a super crazy year, but they somehow managed to pull it off. And for the final time, I'm Alex Farrow, and this has been A Closer Look.